Hello guys, welcome back. In this video, I am going to talk about outline agreements. So outline agreement is very important topic in SAP MM, and as a SAP MM consultant, you should know what is actually outline agreements. So the name of the topic itself suggests that there is going to be an agreement between the organization and the vendor. So the vendor is going to supply us the material for a longer period of time. So let us understand what exactly the outline agreement in just one sentence. So an outline agreement is a longer term purchase arrangement with the vendor. So in this block diagram, you will see there are two types of blocks. One is contracts and one is scheduling agreement. Under the contract, you will see the contract is either quantity or as a value contract. Quantity means the number of quantity of the material and value means the price. Okay, so the contract is valid. Its validity period is based upon the total quantity or the value conditions. If the contract is of quantity contract, then quantity conditions will apply, and if it's a value contract, then the value conditions will apply. And then there's a contract release order. It's nothing but it's a purchase order only. Scheduling agreement is nothing but there is an scheduling agreement between the vendor and the organization. So a schedule is actually prepared, and on that schedule the vendor is going to supply us the material. So it's like in the scheduling we have the just in time as well as forecasting scheduling types. We'll see this when we are going to do practically. Then we have the delivery schedule. How does this actually outline agreement looks like? Now you will see this cycle. So we will have a contract already with the vendors and negotiations and all those things, and it will be having a validity period, say 1 year or 2 years. And the contract can be of a quantity, like the vendor has to supply us around 50,000 quantities of material for next 1 year. Or if it's a value contract, then it will be in terms of value, like the vendor is going to supply the material till the value gets exhausted. For example, 1 lakh rupees of value contract is there between the vendor and us. Then we can actually get the materials till the 1 lakh rupee is exhausted. And there will be conditions, freight conditions, offer, discount, this that, and prices. So we have to first maintain the contract by using this T code, maybe 31K. Then there is a release order, that is nothing but purchase order. Through this we can reference the purchase order. Okay, and then we have to send the PO to the vendor. Then the process is same. We do the GR, then the invoicing receipt, and the FI people will do the payment. So now we will see how to create the contracts. Okay, one by one, and we'll see both value contract as well as the quantity contract, and how we can actually do the PO and then GR and invoice. Then same thing we'll do it for the scheduling agreement. So let's go ahead. So open the SAP GUI, and to access the contract, so we can go to logistic, material management, purchasing, and you will see there is an outline agreement. Expand this, and there is a contract folder. Expand. So you can see this will first create the contract. So in contract there are two types, one is value contract, another one is quantity contract. So we'll create quantity contract first. Now it is asking the vendor. Before that, you can see there are some tabs here. You can also create the contract with reference to purchase requisition or request for quotation. So this becomes very easy. It will fetch all the conditions from it and you can create the contract. But right now we'll create it from the scratch, that is manually we have to enter the values. So we'll type this vendor name, and agreement type. So you will see this agreement type. So MK stands for quantity contract and WK stands for the value contract. So first we'll create the quantity contract, and agreement date is today's date. Purchase organization, purchase group, you have to fill this. So we need to enter purchase organization as ABPO and the purchase group as the purchase group organization. Then under the default data for items, we need to enter this plant and all those things. This is optional, there is no need to enter. If you enter the plant storage location, then it will be only restricted to that plant. We can use this contract. If you don't enter this details, now this contract can be used for other plant also. Now just hit enter. It will ask the company code also. Just enter the company code and just press continue. Now it is asking you to enter the required fields. So you will see this header data, agreement, administrative fields like what is the start date of the agreement. So today's date is this 17/4/23, and let us assume that it is going to go for 1 year. So next year on the same date it's going to end, and payment terms and all those things it's already entered here. Just hit enter again. Now we need to maintain the material, so make sure that the material is maintained at the plant. So I'm going to type this. It is -202. So here you can see the breaks which we created for our plant. It's there. And asking you to maintain the account assignment. So let us maintain the account assignment. Let us say cost center. I'm just showing you the demo of how we can actually create the contracts. Next, it is asking to enter the quantity. So let us enter that I want 50,000 pieces of this, material for next 1 year. Okay, so we have entered. Also we enter the net price as 100 rupees for one piece. And now because we have assigned the account, so it is asking you to enter the GL. So this is the GL we are using it for cost center, and we have created the cost center for this. Now we have entered all the details, and there are some more other details if you want to enter, such as conditions, item conditions. Click on it, and also you can maintain some other conditions. For example, now here you can see the gross price is maintained. If you want to maintain the freight charges, you can also maintain freight value in terms of value or in terms of percentage. So the freight is, I'm going to enter 10 rupees for this, and also you can do scaling and all the other things if you want. And then there is option for additional data. So this is additional data, like when this planned delivery is going to happen. So 3 days, the goods receipt is going to happen in 1 day. Then other conditions if you want to enter, you can enter. So the net weight is like 2 kg, right? And gross weight is 2.3 kg. Okay, and if you want to enter some item details, you can do that. So you can see acknowledgement required. If you want to do the info update also, you can do. You can also enter the tax code. So let us enter the tax code here. So if you enter all the data here, it will be easy for us creating the PO. So there is no need to enter the data again and again. Shipping instruction, for example, packaging, box packaging. Then I need GR, IR as well as GR based invoice verification. So after maintaining these things, you can just save this contract and see this generates a document number. You can just copy this and save it. You can use the sticky notes and save your contract number. Now you can just go back, and if you want to print this, you just click on the messages, click print transmission. So you'll see it will enter the document number, all the other things. Application type is going to be the outline agreement. You see purchase or outline agreement. Close this and execute. So you'll see the output here. Now click on this, select output message. You will see it has generated the message. Click on this again and select display message. So you will see the preview, quantity contract, number of the contract, then vendor name, validity, other conditions. Okay, so what is the amount of this? So 100 rupees for one piece. Okay, so you can take the print and you can send it to the vendors. Now we'll see how to create the purchase order with reference to this contract. So type ME21N. So we can actually reference the contract using this document overview. Click on this. Here you click this option, click contracts, enter the details such as organization, vendor and all those things. It will be easy for this to search, execute. So it has fetched 2 contracts. So ours is actually this contract. If you see, I have saved this here. So adopt this, enter the plant. So ABC1, hit enter, and it is asking how many quantities you want. So right now I want 100 quantities. Storage location STL1. It will ask you this plant and store location because we have not maintained in the contract. If you maintain this, this will also fetch from the contracts. You'll see tax code, everything is fetched. And if you go to conditions, also see FRP1 is also fetched from the conditions. Now we'll save this, and you can actually post the PO. It contains some issues. If you click on the edit and says following mandatory roles missing in partner maintenance, that is delivery plant and freight supplier. So we'll maintain this. Go to header, go to partners, click DP, type when201, then FS 1-201, enter. Now if you check this error will go. Everything is fine, there are no issues. Just save this. So the PO is created. So click on this and see number of the PO document. Click on this and close this. So this is PO. Okay, and if you want to see the contracts which are available that also you can do. How to do this? So type MEL and enter the vendor name, purchase organization, purchase group. Select choose here and let us choose the uncheck everything and choose only contract. Just continue and just execute this. You will see the contact number here, MK, and we'll see brakes for trucks, 100 rupees per piece. And if you just click on this, it will directly go to the contract. So this is the way we can actually see and also see the stock overview of this material by using MMBE. So if you click on the execute button, see, just now we have placed 100 quantities with reference to the contract. It is now on order stock. So we'll do the goods issue now. Go to MyGo, click goods receipt, then enter the purchase order, hit enter. So it will fetch all the data. You see quantity, where, purchase order data, partner, right, account assignment, everything is fetched. So press item OK, click post. So it will give you error that GL account, this does not exist in the company code, and this is just a warning. Earliest possible delivery date is 24/23. This is not an issue, so we'll fix this. GL account 379998 does not exist in company code ABCS. So if you see this GL account 379998 does not exist in the company code ABCS, so the FI people will actually they will rectify this, but right now we need to run this. So we'll do this, we'll debug this. So let me double click on this, copy this GL, close this, open a new window, type FS00. So let us copy the template. So click with template. So first here type the GL account which you want to create, enter. It says does not exist, so we need to actually take it from some other company. So click on the template, so hit this, then click on the company code from the standard company code, such as you will see from standard company code, and continue this. So it has fetched the details. So let us save this and see whether it's done. Now we close this. Let us check this. So that error is gone. Only the delivery date is. This is not an error. This is just a warning. Close this. Just post it. So the material the material is posted, and if you want to see the what type of documents generated, hit enter. Click on the document info, click FI documents. Click accounting document. And now you will see this things: the consumption raw material, then goods receipt, and it is actually the freight which we entered in the condition of the contracting. Go back and you can do the invoice verification. So for that, we'll go to my row. So enter the today's date, that is 17. Then hit enter. Enter the PO. So the PO which we created was here. Select, hit enter. So now you'll see everything is fetched. You just maintain the balance is 0. Hit enter. Now it is 0. If you just want to see which accounts it's hitting, you can see it's vendor GL and GRI clearing account. So close this. So now there is one more thing you can actually do this. It has freight also. Here you can also enter the contract reference also. So if you click here, we can actually add the goods service plus planned delivery cost also. If you click on this, if you adopt, so now you can see the freight value is also, it's there. So just simulate, enter. Okay, and just post it. Enter. It's not created. So we can actually go to contract and check the agreement again. So click on this and you can see the release documentation if you want. So now you can see quantity released 100. So open target quantity, so right now we have 49,900 quantities remaining. So this is how you can actually do the quantity contract. So I hope you like this video. Please do subscribe to my channel. In the next video we'll see how to create the value contract. So now let us create the value contract. So in the previous video we have created the quantity contract. Now we'll create the value contract. The process is same. You have to go to logistic, under that go to material management, purchasing, then there is a outline agreement, contract, create. So enter the vendor 201, and before that you see agreement type, you have to keep it as value contract WK. In the previous video it was different, it was MK. If you see, it was MK for quantity, it is now WK for value. And enter the purchase organization, purchase group values, and these are just optional. If you want to have the contract for specific plant, you just enter the plant and storage location, and if you want to keep it open for other plants, then you just leave it as this. Just hit enter. It will ask you to enter the company code, so just enter the company code of your organization. Now it is showing you the header data. So again, validity start and validity end. So I'm going to keep the contract for 1 year, so it is going to end it next year on the same date, that is 2024. Now here you'll see there is a target value, say 1 lakh rupees, 2 lakh rupees, 3 lakh rupees. So if you enter 3 lakh rupees, so you can purchase the material, any material from that particular vendor till the target value is exhausted. So if you just enter the value as say 5 lakhs, hit enter. Now here you can give the material. So if you want bricks, same material to take, then it will ask you the account assignment. So here under A column just type K as a cost center. The net price is again 100 rupees. Okay, GL account, because its account assignment is asked. Cost center is 5,000. Okay, now you will see it is not asking you to enter the target quantity because this is a value contract WK. So this is not required. If you want to enter, you can enter, but this can be entered, the quantity can be entered during the pivot. The main thing is like the value. Now if you want to enter some other conditions, you can enter here, okay, which I have shown you for the same thing for the quantity contract. Now you can just save this. So remember this value contract, which is number is this, close, and let us save this. Value contract. Okay, now with respect to this we'll create a pivot. So to create a pivot, you can go to ME21N, but before that let me show you messages. You can print this value contract, okay, and application type is purchase contract. Click execute and then select this, click output message. Now the message is generated. Select this, again display message. Now you will see value contract, all the details, all the conditions, validity, from and to, any other discount, right, etc. Now you can send this to a vendor or you can just fax this. So close this. Now we'll have purchase order ME21N. So same thing, you have to go to document overview on, click here, select contracts, and fill this. It will execute this. Now you will see three documents are there of contracts. So recently which we created is this. You can see this. I have saved it in the sticky notes, then adopt it. So it will fill all the details. Now we need to enter the plant. So EBC1 and storage locking also required. How much quantities? I want around 100 quantities. So everything is fine, and then you can just save this, or if you just check if any errors are there. So following mandatory roles missing. This is just an error. There's not, just a warning, just a issue. So yellow color stands for that. It will not stop you from creating the PO. Just close this and save it. Save. So now the PO is created. Okay. So PO is created, and if you want to see the list of contracts, come me to help as per the vendor. Choose and just select the contract, uncheck these other things, just continue and then execute. Now just see this document number and document type. WK stands for value contract. If you click on this, you can just directly go to that contract. Just go back. Okay. Now we will do the MyGo. Okay, click on the MyGo. So keep this in goods receipt, then enter the purchase order, hit enter, and then you will see this item. Okay, post it. So the MyGo is done, and then you can do the invoice verification. So let us see the display of this contract. Enter and click on this and select this release documentation. So now you can see the purchase order, and 100 was the piece, order value was 10,000. So this was actually done. You go back, and if you click on this, if you see other details such as item text, you can check it. You can also check other details if you want. What changes it has done. So up to 5 lakh target value is there. So up to 5 lakhs we can do the purchase. So this is how we can create the value contract. Now next we will create the scheduling agreement. Okay, so we need a schedule for this, and how to create the scheduling agreement we'll see now. So if you see the scheduling agreement, you can see create. So vendor is known. If you just click on this, you will see the same create scheduling agreement will come, same window. You can see the same GUI. Also you can create the scheduling agreement with reference to purchase requisition or request for quotation or reference to contract. So the vendor which we are going to create is the same we'll take, that is 201. Now under agreement, click on this. We have to select the scheduling agreement. We have two types here. First we'll create LP. Okay, LP stands for the scheduling agreement. purchase organization, purchase group, and other things will keep it blank. So just enter company code, continue. Validity, I'm going to use it for 1 year, it's for the next year. Okay, just enter. And the material I'm going to use is the same. Enter the plant, so ABC plant. Then the quantity I'm going to use is such as 5,000. Okay, price is 99 rupees per piece. And if you want, you can just enter the storage location STL1 and other conditions. If you want to maintain, you can maintain. So just save this. CC scheduling agreement under this is created. So you just copy this document and just paste in your sticky notes. Okay, so now what we can do is we can see list of agreements, contracts by using this ME2L, and if we choose only contract and continue and execute this. So these are the MK, WK contracts. Okay, so we go back here, and now when we maintain the contracts, we have to maintain the schedule also. So you can see here delivery schedule. So click maintain. So the same agreement I'm going to use. Click enter. So select here, and there is an option called as delivery schedule. Click on this, and now delivery date. Okay, so for example, today's date is 7. Okay, and scheduled quantity is 50. Same thing we will enter for another 34 quantities. Next we will enter 18th April, 20 quantities. Same thing, you can maintain the schedule monthly basis or quarterly basis. Okay, like this. So I'll just create up to here. You can see 50 quantities on 1734. So 15 cumulated scheduled quantity 50. Then 50 plus 34 is 84. Then 84 plus 90 is 174. So it is cumulative. Okay, and now just save this. So we have scheduled, we have created the schedule, copy this agreement. So now we'll raise the PO. Go to ME21N and click document overview on. Click here and click the scheduling agreements. So I'm going to prepare the PO with reference to scheduling agreement. Okay, so remove this, only keep this, just execute this. So now you can see it has picked up the scheduling agreement. So adopt. So now what will happen is, in case of scheduling agreement, this number itself is the purchase order number. Okay, so directly what we can do is, instead of creating, filling this, we can go to file, and let us enter the scheduling agreement document number and see what will happen. Just press enter. See, so today's date is 17, that's why 50 plus 34, it is showing you 84 quantities, which is correct. So what is the difference? I'm going to what I want to say is that the scheduling agreement itself is a PO, so there is no need to create the PO like we did it for the value and quantity contract. Directly you can take the scheduling agreement document number, put it here and put the document date, so it will give you this value. Now just write this item OK, then just post it. Now you can see it's posted. So if you want to see the scheduling now, what changes it has made, close this, and now you can just click display, and it's the same agreement. Click on this, and click for the schedule. See, these are the pending delivery dates and pending scheduled quantities. Those two are over. So here you can see open target quantity is around 4726. Target quantity was around 5000. So like this you can actually create the scheduling agreement using the agreement type LP. So I hope you understood what is the difference between the scheduling contract or scheduling agreement and the contract in the outline agreement.